and welcome to my channel, okay, formerly known as 12th House Empress. Now, for my returning subscribers, you might be wondering, okay, why did she change her name? What's going on, Nene? Okay, so I actually recently found out I am not a 12th house person. Like, even though I have, my 12th house is in Scorpio, and I have like 5 or 6 planets or something like that in Scorpio. Most of those planets are actually in my 11th house, okay? So I found that out and I was like, well, crap, you know, like I'm going to have to rebrand my channel, right? And as I'm thinking, like, well, what am I going to call my channel? Who am I now, right? And literally I had so many synchronicities happen, and that's why the name is Star Blossom Tarot. Now, let me tell you, boo-boo, let me tell you the story. So I get on Facebook one morning and there's this post and it says, my fellow starseeds, you are no longer starseeds, you are star blossoms, right? Because a seed comes and it's planted. But what happens? The seed finally erupts. It becomes a flower, right? So that's what happens. We are star blossoms. We're in the process of becoming, okay? It's time to fulfill our mission here on Earth. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. So I was thinking about that, and then I thought to myself, wait, okay, so the 11th house that I am actually ruled by, like my planets are all in the 11th house, right? That's the house of Aquarius. And what is Aquarius in tarot? It's the star card. I was like, whoa, synchronicity happening here. And then I thought even more. I was like, wait, my tarot room at my house in the bedroom, there's this tapestry and it's the star card. Okay, and not only is it the star card, I have these rose vines that actually encompass it, that go down it, right? And it's the star with blossoms, okay? So Star Blossom Tarot, that's who I am. That's who I'm going to be, like, from now on. No more changing, okay? So that was the synchronicity that happened. So, yeah, that's what we are. We are star blossoms. We are blossoming. We're going out and we're becoming who we're supposed to be, fulfilling our mission on Earth. And this is probably going to be the most intense, biggest message that I've ever posted on YouTube. I'm kind of nervous because I've never really gone down this part of myself or shown this part of myself, this vulnerability of who I am. Okay, so here's the deal. This is going to go into the concept of twin flames. And I know that it's all over YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of readers who talk about, oh, the runner, the chaser, the twin flames, and all this other stuff, right? So I got curious myself, and I thought, well, what is the twin flame? What is it? So I pulled some cards, and I said, Spirit, I want the truth. I want nothing but the truth, all right? And so these are the energies that Spirit showed me, okay? The first card we have is the universe, okay? And the first thing that I notice is you see the infinity symbol, and it's going all around this card, okay? So this is the universe. And what Spirit was showing me, I was having recollections of my ayahuasca experience, okay? So during my ayahuasca experience, I saw that we are actually all interconnected. We are one organism. That's what I saw, because I was surrounded by a bunch of people. They were strangers, but once we were all under the influence of the medicine, we were all collectively feeling the same things. It was like, it was going back and forth, the energy between all of us, okay? And I was seeing that it's like, we've forgotten that we are one, okay? So the concept of the twin flame, it's not necessarily me and this one person that I connect so deeply with. We must be twin flames, right? No, we have collectively been twin flames, okay? That's what they showed me. We are all twin flames, right? We've been in the twin flames chaser and runner, the infinity symbol, okay? And the truth is that we are meant to enter into the union of the triple flame. What is the triple flame? It is man and woman and spirit, source God in the center, okay? So in this divine union, okay, that we are meant to embark on, it's not about a runner and chaser. We've all been collectively doing this. And what is this running and chasing? Okay, it's the separation, the feeling of separation between me versus you, labels, things like this, okay? So we have been in the twin flame. We've been in the infinity for thousands and thousands and thousands, I don't know how many years, for a long time. We've forgotten our humanity. We've forgotten the truth of who we are, what we're supposed to do. And what is that? Is to love one another, right? And how do we love others? By standing in that humility, like, wait, you are my brother, you are my sister. So right now, I do want to say, like, strongly, anything that separates and divides, we have the 5 of Pentacles here, okay? Let me backtrack a little bit. With the universe, right, I showed you about the infinity symbol. It keeps going round and round again, okay, the world card. But we have the 3 of Waters or the Three of Cups is stream of love. Okay, so that's what I was just talking about, the stream of love. You see, it's three. Okay, so this is about the divine union between man and woman in spirit. And anything that makes us feel separate with the Five of Pentacles, okay, it's an illusion. So let's say on the media, like the media don't want us to be united. So anything that is, whether it's religious, politics, I don't give a shit. If it's a label, it gotta go. It got to go. You know why? Because it wants to divide us. Because together we are stronger. Okay, so we were meant to enter into the union of the triple flame. Okay, us loving one another and letting that vessel of love be open to channel spirit source God in the direction that we're supposed to go into. Okay, and so this is the lie that the media will tell you, right? All the deception and the drama that they want to suck you into, that darkness, right? But the truth is we have Mother Earth, abundance, love. This is our true identity. You see, it's just overflowing. It's coming in and out. Like it's never ending, nonstop love. Love is the answer. And it sounds so cliche. It does. Because people are like, you know, it sounds kind of hippie kind of vibes. No, boo-boo, it's not hippie shit. Like, this is real. Okay? So we got some more cards. We have the Three of Fire, okay? There's that three. There's three kind of energy, okay? Three of Fire, birth of light. This is where we become the new human. When we let go of the distractions of the drama, the unforgiveness. The truth is that forgiveness heals karma. And it's hard. I know it's hard. This has been the hardest year for me personally. I know I haven't really said much on my YouTube channel about it. I try to be a leader. I try to help you guys, right? But honestly, I've been struggling all year myself. Like, my car caught on fire. I had some, you know, like, I'm getting into my personal shit. Like, I had altercations with my fiance's parents. We had some disagreements. And for, like, most of this year, there's been just a lot of this strife energy, right, that I've personally been going through. And it was so hard. And the whole time, like, you know, I've been doing the whole Ho'oponopono prayer. I've been trying to meditate, trying to just, like, release any resentment that I hold on to, like, where I play my part in the resentment. And let me tell you, Thanksgiving, it was a miracle. It was a miracle. I didn't want to go to Thanksgiving. I was like, I don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? And I did. And you know what happened? God's Source Spirit made a way for forgiveness and, for union again. Okay, that's what happened with me. So I'm grateful that I got to, like, heal some things that I've been going through personally this year. It ain't easy being cheesy, okay, boo boo. But we have that Three of Fire, birth of light. When we come into unity with one another, we don't let, whether it's the color of our skin, our background, where we come from, what we believe, okay, if we're on the left or we're on the right, none of that matters, okay? If it makes you separate from one another, it's causing more schism in the human race. The human race is, we are one organism. We are, okay? And they want you to believe that you're not, that you are separate from one another, okay? Because the Three of Fire, birth of light, creates what? The sister fire. You see, she is the embodiment. I get this energy of, like, the embodiment of all three, okay? So whenever you hear, let's say, these readers out there who are like, oh, you're divine masculine, divine feminine, one's the runner, one's the chaser. That's an illusion too. It's part of the Maya. It's part of the illusion, okay? Because love doesn't run, right? Love confronts. Love says that harsh truth, and love is there, okay? And if you're watching readers who talk about, like, oh, this is what's going on with your divine masculine, boo-boo, we are all the divine feminine and the divine masculine. We've been in this energy. We are all collectively, we've been the twin flame, the masculine and feminine, right? And back to my ayahuasca experience, I was shown that the feminine within needs to rise up, okay? We have had, you know, a masculine patriarchy for thousands of years, right? And it's been, you know, kind of pillage and go forward and nonstop. I mean, you see the result of where we're at, right? So Spirit's been saying that it's time for us to step into the feminine, and the feminine is the reciprocity that's open to change, that's open to viewing health in a different way, by being more natural, by loving the planet, by loving one another, okay? So that's the energy that's coming through that Spirit's channeling, okay? So we also have the Nine of Water. The Nine of Water, and it says Rainbow Mirror. And when I saw this, the next card that came right after it is Karma. Okay, so we have the Rainbow Mirror in Karma. So what is reflected outside of you is actually a part of yourself. And when we feel the need to blame others or to persecute or whatever it is that we all collectively do, right, is that ego. That is a reflection of ourselves. And that And that's another message that I'm hearing as well, is that Spirit's saying that, yes, it is important to have our soul tribe. It is important to be around people who understand us, and you feel like when you talk to them, see, can I get an amen? My mom's dog's barking out there. But yeah, it's very important to water ourselves with those who are just like us. But at the same time, it's just as important to go out there and be in uncomfortable situations and get to know people who are different from you, who have different beliefs than you, because this is where we break the chains of karma, right? When we let down our walls and we love one another, because otherwise the rainbow mirror, once reflected back outward, if we're still in that cycle of running and chasing and pushing and pulling one another, it just creates more karma. And look, there's that figure 8 again I was talking about. That is the snake eating its tail. That's what Spirit's saying. Okay, so we've collectively been that twin flame, the snake eating its tail. Okay, and another message that ayahuasca showed me too was that it's like we're reincarnated over and over again until we learn these lessons. And people always say this, you hear this, right? But how do you learn the lesson? You learn it by approaching everything in your life with love, even when it's really hard to. I know how that feels. I know how frustrating it can be, when someone's done you wrong or you've had an injustice in your life. But how you break the chains of karma is to forgive, okay? And it's not something that you just do once. Like, it's a daily struggle to, you just got to show up for yourself every day. You got, it's that spiritual baddie, that spiritual warrior, okay? So that's what Spirit was saying with that, okay? So we have the brother wind, okay? We have this energy. If you look at the energy, he's kind of busting out. What's he busting out of? The cage, okay? The tin of fire. It's been a long time coming. The collective, for thousands of years, we have been at battle with one another. And Spirit is saying, it's time to reinvent. It's time to break out of this cage, this mental entrapment. Spirit is saying that it's time to break out of the mental entrapments, the mental cages that we as a collective have been under. It's like this hypnosis of separation. Okay, that's the big message. All right, so I would definitely recommend, if somebody's trying to pitch you against somebody else, could even be simple as gossip and shit like that, okay, this is not the time. Because there is a great awakening happening on the collective. People are starting to wake up and see the truth, right? With what's going on in the media, okay? Y'all already know what's going on. Anyone who is out there charading and yelling and pointing fingers and blaming this, that, or the other, they're all in it. They're all of them. I don't care what side. I don't care, like, all of them. They're all up in it, okay? All up in the fuckeries, period. Okay, so it's time to break out, because for thousands of years we have been stuck in this hypnosis, this psychosis, okay? It's time for us to remember our divinity. Then we have the 5 of wind, fear. And I know that sometimes, with these types of revelations, you wonder, like, how can I make a difference in life? How can I make a change? I'm just one person. You don't understand, boo-boo. It's like you are one of the cells in many cells that create this organism. And whenever you stand in truth and love, when you don't let yourself, like, hold yourself back, because it feels like a barrier. It's like a wall, tearing down the wall of fear, of speaking the truth, exposing certain things. Because as a star blossom, that's what we're supposed to do. We call the elephants out in the room. And that's what Spirit's saying that we need to do. And it could be on your Facebook post. It could be you starting a YouTube channel, a TikTok. Or if you want to get into, let's say, plant-based medicine, exposing, we're going to talk about it, Big Pharma, things like this, okay? You being the change in your community is what Spirit's saying. Because we are one. We have one of fire force. You are a force to be reckoned with. That is what Spirit's saying. You don't even realize how powerful your impact on your environment is. Like, you impact the environment. That's why you're here. You're here to create change. Okay? And look, we have temperance, to heal and go into the right direction. Trusting your inner guidance, your inner compass. All right? So that's what I have with that energy. Tell me more, Spirit. What do you need them to know? What do you need my collective to know? The 9 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Pentacles. You have everything within you to create this plethora of beauty and abundance in your world. Okay, that's what Spirit's saying. Because the 9 of Pentacles, this is that self-made energy. But also, I'm hearing resourcefulness. That's what I just heard, resourcefulness. You have so many gifts that need to be utilized. Okay, that's what Spirit's saying. Tell me more about this energy, Spirit. Whoa, hold up. The Hierophant. You have everything. You have the keys to your inner kingdom. The Hierophant. As my star blossoms, you're supposed to be a leader. You're supposed to lead by example. Okay, that's what Spirit's saying. Leading by example. Like, revealing the truth. And as I say that, look, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of freaking Swords. The determination to carry that truth that's within you. Your awareness. Your awareness to corruption. Your awareness to all of these stigmas that is pushed on you in society. Okay, that's what Spirit's saying. You're supposed to carry out the plans. Okay, it is written, period. You are a star blossom. It's time to stop second guessing yourself because we need you. We need you. The Five of Wands. This is what I'm talking about. Another message I'm hearing as well is that you have so much information and knowledge and wisdom, and it's like maybe you've been sitting on the sidelines and feeling like you've acquired so much knowledge, like you're so knowledgeable about things, right? That's what I'm getting with this Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant. It's like this accumulation of knowledge, but boo-boo, it needs to come out. If you've been feeling anxious, or, it's because you have so much information that needs to be released from you, okay? Because the Five of Wands, this is, don't be afraid of a little pushback whenever you're speaking your truth, okay? It's not even just about your truth, it's the truth, okay? It's the truth. The Hermit. Yes, like I said, going within. Tell me more about this Hermit. I do want to clarify. What's the Hermit about, Spirit? Shining the light. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, shining the light. See, going within and detaching from the dramas of the media that want to suck you into darkness, that want to suck you into he said, she said, push back, pull back, right? We're getting out of that schism. That's the truth of the Great Awakening. People, you hear people talk about the Great Awakening, and it's not an isolated phenomenon. That's what Spirit's saying. It's not something that's happening to you where you need to just isolate. Yeah, you were isolated for a while. Maybe you have been up until recently. And you've been in hermit mode because you were starseed. You were planted in the darkness. And now it's time for you to blossom and for you to really show the truth and be the truth. Okay? That's what Spirit's saying. To step away and decide, I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to blame others. I'm going to forgive wholeheartedly, as hard as it could be to do that. To get out of the victim mentality and be victorious in your life, okay? Shedding the light on the darkness. All right? Truth serum, period. Yeah, the Hanged Man. You've had time to recollect and to gather this knowledge, okay? You've had enlightenment. Spirit is saying it's time to come out the woodworks. That's what I'm hearing. Yes, come out of the woodworks because we have the Three of Pentacles, okay? The Three of Pentacles, let me tell you, when you start to speak your truth, like me doing this right now, it is terrifying because I've been in the shadows myself. That's why I feel like I can relate with you. We are all connected. Like I said, we're one organism, right? So many of you have also been hidden in the shadows. Maybe even just doing things, on your day-to-day that, everybody else is doing. And even though you know the truth, it's like not saying that harsh truth. I don't even want to say harsh truth. It's just the truth. And it's not necessarily harsh. It's just, I'm hearing leading with kindness. All right. But you're going to be realizing that this foundation, you were never meant to do this alone. And whenever you start speaking the truth on whether it's the corruptions of just like the media in general, because honestly, I think it was Infinite Waters Diving Deep, long time ago, years ago, like back in, I think like 2014. He posted a video about media. It comes from Medea, I think the chick with the snake hair, right? And it makes you frozen into a perception, right? Television tells lies to your vision, okay? So that's what's coming through. Yes, look, we have the Emperor. We have the Emperor. Tell me more about this Emperor, Spirit. What's this Emperor about? The Two of Wands, okay? The Emperor with the Two of Wands, being a leader. It's like not only a spiritual leader, you're going to be laying foundations and working with other star blossoms is what's coming through, okay? Being a leader amongst the crowd, being different and making the plans necessary to go forward with these plans, okay? And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Eight of Cups, walking away to find the true cup. And I'm also hearing, reclaiming your innocence from your childhood. The world just desensitizes, and it's time to reclaim innocence, stand up for innocence. Okay, stand up for those who don't have a voice. That's what I'm hearing. Tell me more about this, Spirit. The sun. The sun. The sun is shining the light on the darkness, shining your light regardless. Just heard a cup drop. It's like dropping the ball. This is the time to drop the ball, because the great awakening is happening right now. You seeing the deceptions that are all around you and standing in truth and not feeding into it, right? It's like a butterfly. Whenever the butterfly, let this be an example. We as a collective, we've been a caterpillar, right? And the collective has gone into this cocoon. And in the cocoon, she's starting to die to herself. And what's happening is that the old cells have to dissolve. And so right now, it's like the darkness of the world is currently fighting. They're fighting because they know that their time is up. They're realizing that there's like a lot of people starting to wake up. That's what's coming through. A lot of people are starting to wake up, so they're going to fight as the old world dies. And from it, new cells are born, okay? And this is what you're representing in the whole collective organism, okay? And so once the new cells form, what happens is it turns into the butterfly. And as the butterfly has to get out of the cocoon on its own. If you try to help a butterfly out of the cocoon, it will die. It has to fight through. So Spirit is saying that you have to do this. And I know it's hard. You have to do this. And as you do, it's making you stronger. And then eventually you muster up the strength finally, because you've pushed through the cocoon and it was hard and difficult, but now you can fly. You are a star blossom, and it's time for you to shine your light on the darkness and to be the light. That's what Spirit is saying. And sometimes it makes people uncomfortable. On my ayahuasca experience, I started thinking about Jesus. That's why he said, turn the other cheek. They know not what they do, because collectively we've all been schizophrenic. That's what Spirit was showing me while I was on ayahuasca. Okay, so we have to wake up, is what Spirit's saying. Oh, sorry. Tell me more, Spirit. What do you need them to know? What do you need the collective to know? Yes, look, transformation. It did pop out in the reversal. That's what I'm talking about, the butterfly that's transforming. I need to read this real quick for you guys. So it's card number 46, okay? 46. Okay, so it's Shakti energy, and that's the divine feminine essence, right? That's the divine feminine essence in life, is Shakti energy, pleasure, life. Like everything has Shakti energy in it. But it did pop out in the reversal. And it says, sometimes people and situations come into your life as the kind of change agents that turn your life upside down. What you thought was real and expected is challenged by someone else's perspective or behavior, which you have no control over. Other people's perspectives and behaviors, you have absolutely no control over it, right? This can be painful and deeply confusing, but the Creator Goddess Shakti wants to offer you her guidance. Can you see how everything that is off balance is serving you now, helping to open old wounds so they can finally heal? You know you are seeking this change, this magical metamorphosis for a better life for you and your loved ones. Right now, your alignment task is to love that part of yourself that sabotages your efforts to move forward. Love the insecure you, the one that is jealous, the one that sees not enough. Right back to that Five of Pentacles. That lack energy, separate, not enough. You are enough. It's impossible for you to be separate, okay? Life loves you. The feminine aspect of the universe, the great goddess herself, all of your angels and your guides and helpers remind you that you came here as a spiritual being learning to co-create the new world, okay? The new world. You can't make this up. I was just talking about the butterfly. You're here to create the new world, okay? And so don't be scared to shine your light. Don't be scared to stand in the truth, okay? Don't be scared to transform. And it's going to make people uncomfortable. Sometimes you'll have some people fall off. Like, I'm pretty sure that some of y'all might unsubscribe because I'm posting this type of reading. And honestly, it felt like a moral obligation for me to come on here and to talk about this truth to you. Because many of you have been been asleep. And you've been asleep because of the content you watch and what you watch on TV or on YouTube or scrolling on Facebook, trying to escape the truth. And, you know, we can't be innocent bystanders is what Spirit's saying. We have to be out there fighting the good fight, being the spiritual warrior, the spiritual baddie that you were always meant to be. Don't let this power stay dormant within you. It's a moral obligation. And look, we have home also popping out in the reversal. Okay, this is crazy. Yes, and bottom of the deck we have Hecate, the in-between. So you might feel like now you're kind of in this limbo in-between because so much truth is being revealed to you. Right, so okay, so who am I going to become? I understand because I am currently going through this myself, okay? So let's go ahead and read this card. So it's number 22. The alignment message says, are you surrounded by clutter in your home? Do you have objects or clothes that have negative stories attached to them? This is letting go of the old negative patterns, the negative stories that we tell ourselves, whether it was from childhood, right? And letting that baggage carry on, right? That's what I'm hearing. Every object holds energy and tells a specific story. The pants that don't fit, the pants that don't fit shame you. The gift from an ex-partner taunts you with disappointment and resentment. The books you will never read shout at you. Who leads this cacophony, that's a weird word. The goddess Hestia, who rules the hearth, offers you this alignment task. Do a thorough house cleaning. Declutter and make space in your environment. Do the same for your mind too. Your mind might be cluttered with old stories that have no value for you. Walk away from situations you know you don't belong in. Get rid of all of it. When you remove the superfluous distractions, it's amazing how you're I can't talk, y'all. It's amazing how your intentions come together like magic. Make space for the miracles the goddess Hestia has in store for you. Yes, it takes work, but it's worth it. It takes work to declutter and let go of what doesn't serve you, right? Whether it's those limiting beliefs, that story that you keep repeating to yourself of I'm separate from another, right? We are not separate. It's time to come home to yourself. And remember who you are. Period. Okay? Okay, so Spirit, tell me more about this energy. What else do you need them to know? What else do you need them to know? Okay, look, we have boundaries. Yes. Just because, and we are also having the full moon in Gemini coming up, and we also have the Mars in Gemini has been in retrograde, so this is aspecting each other right now. Spirit's saying that not all information is good information. Be very discerning is what's coming through. Set boundaries and don't like sidestep yourself in a situation. Let's say if somebody going along with other people's narratives, okay? Because you must live by truth. That's the message for my star blossoms, okay? Yeah, look, change. Okay, so we have change coming through. All right, so yeah, this is a time of radical shifting, radical changing. Like, people are going to be able to recognize you, and you might not be able to relate with a lot of people. And that's been the scariest part, honestly, whenever you start to wake up and you realize, wait, I have a moral obligation it's bigger than myself. The masculine. Okay, so we have the masculine coming out. Yes, coming back, like I was saying earlier before, we had the Knight of Swords, right? The Knight of Swords coming through. Tapping into your masculine energy, healing the masculine with your feminine is what I just heard. Okay. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? Anything else you need them to know? And abundance, the Hunter Moon. Yes, they're saying that enough of the separateness, enough of the lack mentality, of not enough, however it is, right? You are perfectly and wonderfully made. And it's the illusion of the Maya that has kept you stuck and stagnant. We've all been a victim of it. Okay, it's time for us to wake up from our psychosis and to go after that which we desire, this is giving me like the Garden of Eden. This is what the new earth is going to be, is radical rebels, sacred rebels like you who stand up in truth, who decide, I'm going to start, let's say, an apothecary, or I'm going to get into Reiki, I'm going to become a massage therapist, or I'm going to go be a teacher and set an example to students who, don't have somebody to look up to. setting the example in whatever field it is that you decide to go towards, that you feel like your heart is calling you towards. Okay, that's what I'm hearing strongly. Bottom of the deck, yes, this is beautiful. We have the Queen of the Moon, sovereignty. So being sovereign in yourself, knowing that no one can make you do or say anything that is not in alignment with you, and owning your power, and to not give your power away to these money hungry, these elitist or dramas, any of it, none of it. Don't give them any power, because the power is always within you. They need you to feel powerful. Okay, so don't feed into their narrative. Don't feed into all of it. You know what I'm talking about, boo boo. Okay, period. So let's go ahead and finish this reading off with an affirmation. So, Spirit, what affirmation do you have for my star blossoms? The universe works fast when I'm having fun, okay? So it's like out of that darkness and into the light, the universe works fast when you're having fun. To tap into that inner child, reclaiming that innocence, and leading with love and having fun while doing it, okay? It doesn't have to be so serious, okay? I think we get caught up in the seriousness and it kind of makes us paralyzed. It's like, no, boo boo, go do what makes you happy. Go do what makes you feel alive and joyful. Bottom of the deck, we have, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Okay, so it's time to change our perspective, to have love for one another, to be love in the world. Okay, period. Alrighty. Well, this is the collective reading I have for you guys. Thank you for watching it if you came this far. If you want to be friends with me on Facebook, I have that information down below. I would love to hear what you have to say and connect with you, okay? I love you guys so much. And I just send you all of my love. You have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta.